A few years ago, I and my friend, a couple of my friends, we got together and wanted to start a business. Loved what we wanted to do because it was something that we've been doing for a while. We've been seeing a lot of people do that same thing here and there. We've watched them on radio, on TV, and we thought, oh man, it was a great opportunity for us to also make our name in the sands of the history of time, in the sands of time. But unfortunately for us, that was not to be because we made one of the greatest mistakes I'm about to share with you today. And the business was the fact that we wanted to start a record label company. Yes, a record label company. Yes, and this was because at the time I was in love with music. I was doing music. I was doing all manner of music. I had a few friends who also wanted to do music, and so we thought it was a great opportunity for us to begin to do our own thing and make money. The likes of Don Jazzy and the Marvin Records and Wandy Code, Two Face, Hypertech Music, you name them in Nigeria, and all other studios around the world. And I had a room at the time to myself. I was barely 20 years, and so each time my friends would come together, we'd do a few dance steps, we'd do music, we'd do play instrumentals from some of these sound studios or sound recordings of other music. And it was time. We thought it was time for us to launch the music, but it was not to be so because one of the major mistakes we made after a while, when we got to know this, was because after a while the business didn't go nowhere. It crashed before it even started. And one of the mistakes we made at the time was because we didn't know better. We didn't know enough about the industry we were about to start. In as much as we're so passionate about doing this thing, we didn't have a clear understanding. We didn't do any sort of research as to, okay, what makes this business run? How do we start? Secondly, we didn't have the financial background. We didn't have the financial backing enough to start the business. Come on, all we knew was just, okay, you love what you were doing, Mr. B loved what he was doing, and then we had a room to ourselves where we gather together and do all of this. Maybe if we knew better, we probably may have succeeded. I'm not saying that money is everything, but because we didn't have enough research, which was major for us, we didn't do due diligence in terms of making enough research to know what is the first thing to start with, what is the next thing to start with, what's the line of thing to talk to, who do we talk to, how do we get started. Secondly, we didn't also know who was going to do what or who wasn't going to do what. So everybody was just doing music. Everybody knew I can rap, I can sing. But then who was going to do the marketing? Who was going to go around to do the sales? Who was going to go around to do, the production and all that? And so after a while, we fizzled away. And that was how we lost our first opportunity of owning a record label. Today I know better because out of study and a lot has happened. But I just want to guide you on that. We'll be continuing on this series of mistakes that young entrepreneurs and startups make in their first step of attempting to do business. Some even have the money, but in the long run, they still make the mistakes. All right? So join me again next week as I unroll another episode of the mistakes or something on business you want to learn about. If you want to, continue the conversation with us, you can drop on the comment section or let us know the topic you want us to talk about and we'll bring it to you at your doorstep. Remember to please like, share, drop a comment and tell your friends about it, all right? Don't forget to, after subscription, also click the notification button. That is the bell button you're seeing. It's totally free. Just click it so that you'll be updated at every point in time wherever we drop any video. I hope you enjoyed this. Let us know in the comment section, like I said. And I want to say a big shout out to The Passionist Media, and I want to sincerely thank them and the team for making sure that this video was made today and a lot of others. Thank you. So if you want to also make such kind of video or you want to make it with your friends, you want to do any kind of video, reach out to The Passionist Media. All right? I hope you enjoyed yourself. Thank you and see you again. Bye.